No, it's okay. Do you think it's okay?
It's fine.
Okay.
We look like we're in a boat.
Well, we're trying a new location to see if the audio is better. So
yeah, we'll give it a go.
We're going to give it a go this time. So bear with us. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm Candace.
I'm Italian.
And this is not a single fork, just another podcast about food and cooking, but we're keeping it real.
Real.
And I have an opinion this morning.
I'm sure
this
you do.
afternoon, today. What do you think about pickleball?
Oh, okay.
You didn't know I was going to ask that.
No, I heard pickle and I was like, pickle balls. I was like, is that a new snack? I have never played pickleball. Have you?
No.
We were going to last year because it was a new thing, and it's like fucking taken over now.
I know.
People will go ape shit over pickleball, and I can't really tell. Is it just a small tennis?
I don't know, because I have a problem with it.
Why?
Because it's a dumb name.
It doesn't make sense.
And I looked up why it's called pickleball.
Okay.
And it has, there's a couple of, things apparently. This dates back to the 60s.
Yeah.
So there are these two men, I don't remember their names, and they didn't have all the parts to a badminton set.
Okay.
They were going to play games outside or something. So they sort of cobbled together something on a tennis court. And the pickleball part of it came from something having to do with when you, like, you're in rowing and you have a crew, and the leftover members are called pickles.
Oh.
And I don't know why that has it. And maybe it's because there were all these leftover parts, and so they called it pickleball. But then the other one is that there was a dog named Pickles.
I like that better.
But that apparently happened after they named it.
Pickleball's a big thing now.
Oh,
everyone fucking plays it.
It's like so huge.
It blew up out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess the court is smaller, so it lends itself more to older folks. So you don't have to run all over the place.
Right.
But I think it's just as challenging.
Well, I think that's the point, right? It's like an exercise. It's supposed to be fun, and it's more of a outdoor exercisey activity.
Would you call it a trend?
I would, actually, I think.
Yeah.
Because it came out of nowhere and it's everywhere, and I think it'll fizzle out at some point. I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, the pickleballers,
but
the legit ones, they would say, "Oh no!"
Right, it's been around for a long time, but I'd never heard of it. Had you before the last year or two?
No.
Yeah, no. I had to figure out what it was.
Yeah,
and I still really don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, if you play pickleball, we would love to hear from you. Email us at Candace@thegirlcancookschool.com. And actually, I have a new email.
Okay.
After that just came out of my mouth. I have a thegirlcancook.com now.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was getting so much spam on thegirlcancookschool.com.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it's really gotten out of control. So anyway, if you have an opinion about pickleball, let us know. Because it has to do with pickles.
Pickles are food too.
I love pickles, but not pickleball.
I don't love pickles.
Really?
I don't. I like bread and butter pickles.
I love all kinds of pickles.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It's not a thing for me.
Yeah. Do you think is it just the brining, you think, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's that sour,
like dill pickles.
Yeah.
You like cornichons though, yeah?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're a different kind of sour.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of trends, and it being the first of the year, we're going to talk about. I looked up some 2024 food trends,
and I'm excited to hear about them.
Yes, some of them are kind of silly, as you might expect, but then some of them are like, oh, all right, I get it. One of them is, and we've talked about this before, mashups.
Oh, of food, like Chinese and Mexican
donut burgers and stuff like that.
Oh, that kind of mashup.
That kind of a mashup.
Yeah. You think that's going to be a trend in 2024?
No, I don't know where that came from.
That's weird.
I think someone's they were late to the party.
That's like
on
fair
that
food.
One.
Like someone forgot to write this article.
Yeah.
And then just threw that in there at the
end.
Threw
it in there, yeah.
What's the next one?
The next one is to get the plant back into plant-based food. Because you know how processed it all is, for the most part. what is it, Impossible Burger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it tastes good, but it's so processed.
It's not like a black bean burger.
No.
So it's processed fake meat.
Exactly.
So I get that. I do get that, and I can see that being a trend.
So they're looking at, using more mushrooms,
beans,
legumes, tempeh, which I'm not sure I can get next
tempeh.
to. Yeah.
Tell me what that is.
That's one of those like soy based. I don't know that. Okay. Again, I don't do that stuff. So I don't really look into what tempeh is, but I think it's probably like something like tofu, except maybe a different plant-based product. I don't know. But walnuts, things like that.
I mean, going natural.
But if you remember, because we're big Great British Baking Show fans now, they had the episode where they called it Free From. And there was like free from dairy, free from this, free from that. And one of them, it was the technical challenge. And Prue's technical challenge was for them to make vegan sausage rolls.
Oh, I don't know that I've seen that.
That was the one where they used the vegan cube, like Crisco.
Oh.
And made pastry,
made
rough puff.
That's right.
They made rough puff, and then
instead of butter.
Yeah, and then their sausage filling was mainly mushrooms and walnuts.
Yeah.
And it actually looked really good.
Well, and it ends up looking like meat.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's like,
and textured like that.
Yeah, like a big mushroom is, a substitute for, and it was in the beginning when people were just figuring out the whole vegetarian thing.
Yeah.
Substitute for meat.
Exactly.
Yeah. So interesting. I could see that being a trend.
So I think that is a good way to go.
I do too.
Because things are so processed and overworked.
Yeah, and you want to get away from that.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is tropical flavors, like pineapple. I mean, I don't know. I mean, pineapple, mango. I mean, haven't we always been doing that?
Yeah, but I wonder if that's a regional thing, because I don't know that that's going to be. I mean, that's not going to be hot in Hawaii. Like, that's all they fucking
That's all
eat.
they have. Yeah.
Like, maybe that's just going to come to the
Midwest.
We're going to
maybe so. We're going to, pineapple.
Pineapples and mangoes. Oh my.
Okay. So that was the next one. Then fun spices.
What? Like
fun
spices.
Fun. Like not just garlic powder, but things like probably harissa and garam masala.
I do think those things are being used more because I hear more about them.
Yeah.
And I think that's good because it makes people less intimidated to use them.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that one. I don't know.
I mean, I think that already started. Yeah. I mean, I think that particularly started during the pandemic because people started getting creative with their cooking.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe there's just some brand new spices out there that
we've never heard of in our whole lives. That's what's going to happen.
Okay. The next one is the twist on packaged ramen. I haven't heard about that, but
what's the twist?
What they're saying is that it's going to have new flavors, and real flavors, and use fewer preservatives.
Oh,
I don't know how in a packet you're going to do that, but
I don't know how in a packet you're going to do
that. Maybe they come with your favorite, the hard-boiled egg.
The pre-peeled hard-boiled egg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except the thing is, it should be a jammy hard-boiled egg. And I don't see that being packaged well.
No, you can't put that on the shelf for a long time.
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
I do think that, but I think this is old news too, because I feel like ramen had an upswing a year or two ago too, when people realized there's more than just the shitty in a cup.
Yeah.
There's actual
cup O noodles.
Ramen, from Asia.
Well, yeah, I mean, because we have access to the Asian markets, and oh my gosh,
they have so many options.
Every ramen you can imagine.
And I feel like ramen kind of had its moment because it was hot for a minute.
Yeah. I don't think it's so hot now.
I don't think so. I don't hear people talking about ramen.
No. So,
but if they do, we'll be ready.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
We'll be ready.
Okay. Buckwheat.
What?
Buckwheat.
Just buckwheat in general.
Well, it's not a cereal grain. So it's big in the gluten-free area. But like soba noodles,
Yeah.
that's a buckwheat
Buckwheat.
noodle. Yeah.
But buckwheat,
It's nutty, it's another kind of form of flour.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can make whatever with it.
Right. It is not, now this is going to sound weird. My mom, I remember her making buckwheat pancakes.
Yeah. I can't remember. Buckwheat to me is like, is it its own,
It's kind of its
plant,
own thing, yeah.
isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Sort of like, when you think of wild rice,
Yeah.
it's not rice.
right. Buckwheat's kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So buckwheat's supposed to have a big
I wonder if it's really
coming
good
of
for
age.
you.
They say it
It
is.
probably should be. Probably help you poop or something. Full of fiber.
Something like
Very
that.
important.
Very important. It's always, that kind of thing is always very important. You got the coughs
Yeah,
today.
I got something. I'm all.
Yeah. All right. This is a weird one to me. Faux fish, as in fake fish,
As in.
as in plant-based created fish.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't like that. So it's going to be like tofu infused with fish flavor?
Or plant, all the processed plant-based stuff infused with tuna.
Wait a minute. Now, why is fish bad for you?
Well, they talk about, the overfishing and the farm fishing and we're depleting the oceans and
Oh.
that kind of jazz.
Are we though? The ocean's really fucking big.
Well, I've heard a lot of podcasts recently that, there's one on one side and one on the other side. And it's like, the ocean's really fucking big.
Really fucking big.
So yes, do we do the best that we could to take care of it? No, but we're learning.
How about just cut fish out of your diet then? Don't eat a fake fish.
I just think fake fish
Just don't eat fake fish.
and it can't taste good.
And the texture can't be good.
Can't.
It can't be good.
No, that's just not.
I don't like that.
No,
I want to see it.
we don't want that trend.
But I don't want
We
it.
don't want that. Okay, tiny luxury treats.
Okay, so tiny is a thing I've seen like on social media,
Mhm.
like tiny cups and plates and little things.
These are like little bite-sized treats that you can have like with, actually the Italians do it with their coffee.
But that small, tiny, itty
Tiny,
bitty?
well, like, bite-sized.
Okay, just a bite.
Just a bite.
Yeah, I could see that being a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a thing in most countries. The U.S. just has large bites.
Yeah, we like it big.
Yeah.
Okay, now our last one, which I kind of had fun with, is that people have, and actually I think this started before now, but the caffeinated drinks that aren't coffee.
Yeah.
Because people
Like energy drinks or whatever.
Yeah, well, and the ones that are more natural, actually, because people either they don't want to get up in the morning and make coffee. Coffee's expensive to buy. Coffee makes you jittery. What else? Coffee does a
It's
world.
diuretic, right?
Yeah.
So if you have problems with that, I mean, that might be an issue.
Yeah, it's also a laxative.
It is, yes.
Has laxative
I do
properties?
know that. But isn't like a cup of coffee or two like not bad for you? Like,
I thought
they
that
say
it was
like,
a
good for you, almost?
good thing.
Yeah.
So there's a caffeinated drink that I've heard about recently because I listened to the Smart Less podcast. It's very funny and very informative. And if you don't already listen to it, it's Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, and I'm Batman. Who is that?
Oh
shit.
Fred.
Will Arnett. I'm
yeah.
sorry, Will. I'm so sorry.
Fred. Fred Arnett.
I'm so sorry, Will. But I did come up with I'm Batman. Okay, so Sean apparently drinks mud water.
So Mudwater's been around.
Mudwater's been around, and it's big. It's a kind of a mushroom.
It is a mushroom
drink.
coffee. It's a mushroom coffee.
So there was a New York Times Wirecutter reporter, and Wirecutter is their publication where they review things. And they ordinarily, and I think also it applies in this case, they're very thorough and objective as objective as a person can be. And then they just kind of lay it out there, and then you can make your own decision. But this guy, he's known apparently, and I'm sorry I didn't get the reporter's name, I apologize, but a Wirecutter reporter. And he's known as the coffee nerd around the New York Times Wirecutter offices. And so he decided that he was going to try out Mudwater for a week. And he loves his coffee in the morning.
So he's substituting the Mudwater.
Substituting Mudwater for coffee. So
what happened to his body?
I'm going to read his journal to you because it's pretty entertaining. Here's what I experienced in my week replacing coffee with Mudwater. Day 1. Though I was disappointed by Mudwater's flavor, I'll admit that I did feel a slight energy boost around the time I drank it. Was it just the effect of consuming a hot beverage on a cold morning? Was it actually the mushrooms and spices? Was it a placebo effect? Who knows? What I do know is that the effect wore off quickly, more quickly than with coffee. By noon, I was dragging, and by the evening, I felt more tired than usual. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's day 1. Day 2. This time around, I added some milk and honey to my mud in an effort to boost the drink's body. I also increased the ratio to 1.5 tablespoons of Rise, I guess that's the name of the Mudwater variety, to 16 ounces of water and milk. The result was a little punchier, but still nothing I would want to drink every day.
No, it's gross.
And though I would have loved to feel a real energy boost, since I was fighting a nasty hangover, the truth was I felt nothing. By 3:30 in the afternoon, my headache was still raging.
Yeah.
Okay, day 3. This just wasn't working. No energy boost, no clarity of mind, nada. It was an early release day from work, so I took my dog for a hike to the top of Tumalo Mountain outside Bend, Oregon, dragging ass the whole way. Thanks, Mudwater. Day 4, ugh, whatever.
Yeah.
Day 5, ... nothing. Day 6, I added some coffee ice cream to the mud today in the hopes that it would conjure the ghost of mornings past. It did not, and now I feel like a cheat. Day 7, for my last day, I doubled the coffee ice cream. Better, but now I'm basically having a hot milkshake instead of coffee. Way more calories, way less benefits. Hey, you're a writer. It should be fewer benefits. As the workday drew to a close, I found myself daydreaming about making a pour over the next morning. Oh, coffee, how I've missed you. Now, to be completely fair to Mudwater, it might take more than 7 days to get the full effects of a Rise regimen, whatever those benefits may be. But personally, I wasn't willing to subject myself to another day of its mediocre flavor, texture, and body.
So, Mudwater to me is, well, let me go back.
Okay.
I have purchased coffee, like at the farmer's market, from the mushroom guy with mushrooms in it.
Okay.
Not psychedelics, the same mushrooms that are in, so it's lion's mane, it's cordyceps, it's those kind of mushrooms. But you can also take in a pill format.
Yeah.
Which is
preferable.
Suggested.
With your coffee.
Suggested. With your actual caffeinated coffee. To me, Mudwater is those guys that are like, yeah, Mudwater, blah, blah, blah. Like, and they're like doing yoga on their heads and they love everything. And they're like, yeah, have the best day ever. Like, I can't, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I love mushrooms.
Yeah.
This is not, it tastes like you're drinking hot dirt. It does. I mean, well, you've got to think mushrooms are earthy. These are mushrooms.
And that's, Mudwater, hello.
It's
dirt,
what it is.
Dirt water.
Now, I do agree with him. Maybe if you're on this shit for like a month or something, then yay. But why not drink coffee and just take the fucking pill?
I don't know.
Because that shit's nasty. And to wake up every morning and have to drink nasty hot water from the dirt, from the ground,
Nope.
No.
So those are the food trends for 2024. I don't know about that.
I don't know. There's a lot I don't like.
So we'll say stay fresh.
Fake fish bags.
And see you in 2024.
Fake fish bags.